It's the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6, and it reads, The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwatha to listen and learning, Lord willingly. This is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, by whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. It's Brother Yahweh coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This lesson is inspired by an article I saw. This is the second time I'm doing the video. I don't know if I was rambling too much. I was saying a lot of little stuff on there, so maybe the Lord didn't want that to go out. As I noticed that it just ended, or it could have just been the memory, the ram. But everything happens for a reason. But I was watching this. I was reading this article. Well, not even reading it. I read a post. There's an individual just lost his mother, and this is a person known in the world. It's funny because that person just lost his mother, and Biggie Smalls, his mother, pretty much just died. So I kind of thought of it, and it seemed kind of auspicious. But it's funny to me the pride of these people in the world, because I'm just gonna read the post, But ultimately, the scriptures say the Lord, he killeth and he maketh alive. He bring him down to the grave and he bring him up. So he can either take you, or he can restore you. And especially in the time that we're coming into, the time of Jacob's trouble, scriptures talk about judgment shall begin at the house of Israel, meaning those that know they're Israelites, and we live in a world where these people, 2/3 of our nation, refuse to hearken and come back to the will of the Lord. It's about to be more and more death. But to show you the mindset of 2/3 people, it's funny to me. Only when they feel like they, when they lose something, like Boosie, or when they lose something, that's when they want to speak or examine or meditate or question or even speak to Yahweh. That's when they want to acknowledge God, and they don't even know his name. So these people not fucking serving the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yahweh meaning he is, he exists. Ba'ashem, Ba'as in, Haz the Shem in name. Yahushua meaning he saves or he deliver. The true names of the Most High God and his Son, who these people ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ, but whose true name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And that's why the Lord is gonna fucking kill them. So I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kodash. I say double honors to the elders, to the apostles that taught me this truth. I want to say peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwatha to listen and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, say Shalom. This is Brother Yahweh coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit, through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this really caught my attention because it kind of pissed me off. And that's probably why, like I said, I was ranting, because I'm thinking to myself and I'm saying, again, I'm not really too, put it like this. I've told lies, I've done a lot of sneaky shit, right? But in this truth, I've tried to be, not like that. Now, everything ain't everybody's business. So, with that being said, too much is too much, but at the same time, again, and I'm working on that, what I mean? But like I said, ultimately everything is through the Spirit. With that being said, like I said again, I was just, I can't say for sure that this was a sacrifice or nothing, because you got to think about it. Like, we give up spiritual sacrifices on the right hand side. These people, in these industries, and that's actually like a part of this, this agenda, they make spiritual sacrifices on the left, and it's typically with people, and I just caught it. I found this suspicious. So it reads, it says, I've been trying to understand and process why the Most High takes the most meaningful and most beautiful people from Salaki people away from us. And scriptures talk about the Lord's or the Most High Yahweh about Shem Yahshua's thoughts not being our thoughts. I was remember I was reading with a young brother and we were sitting up there and we was reading how like when you really go through the history you find out that there's more wicked kings of Israel than righteous. But it all served a purpose. The wicked kings pretty much allowed for Jake to fall away. But when times, everything happens for a reason. It's nothing by happenstance or coincidence. It says, but I know I'll never get an answer that will fill the emptiness in my heart. And, that's the pride of not only Jake, but of man. Especially Esau Edom. You hear the shit that guy Noah Harari makes about, the Most High and whatnot. But you got 2/3 of the nation that, thinks some, blasphemous, crazy, retarded shit as well. So I got a scripture towards that because who is this man to sit up there? The Lord ain't got you are a worm. And people about to go really realize that insignificance when these coming judges start really coming to pass. If you can't recognize the time you living in, then you really not a visionary. You really can't see. I just did a video about a female getting killed on Valentine's Day by the man that she's with. Now, mind you, they was in the car on Valentine's Day together, and then a spear jumped on this man, and basically he shot her in the face. Showing you how anything can happen just that quick. So that's the mindset you should have while you basically maneuvering through this world. Just that quick, they was chilling, got into an argument, and he killed her. The brother just went in about that individual, Sakari, talking about some 2,000-3,000 or some old crazy shit. And I'm like, huh? But, again, I'm grateful that the Lord gives me my day by day, my daily bread, because, that's a hell of a temptation. Individuals like him and the bishop, because how can you really keep your integrity? I'm not saying that nobody has, but even Yahushua had to become poor for our sake. Now, he was rich. He had, brothers always going to the golden girdle and all that stuff, but Yahushua became poor. Because the scriptures talk about, money is a defense, but, the love of money is the root of all evil. And a lot of individuals is not doing this thing with the right intents and purposes in mind. And again, like I said, I'm grateful that the Lord give me what I need day by day. The Lord knows how to, that's the thing. The Lord knows what you want the most, and the Lord knows how to tempt you because he created you. You got a lot of people, it's going to be a hell of a shakeup. And I used to hear the elder say it, but now I can lightweight envision it. So, like in Romans chapter 9 and verse 15, I'm going to read it in NLT. For the Most High said to Moses, I will show mercy to anyone I choose, and I will show compassion to anyone I choose. So it is the Most High who decides to show mercy. We can neither choose it nor work for it. For the scriptures say that the Most High told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame throughout the earth. And that's, with the Lord dealing with you, that's a scary thing. When it seemed like a blessing might not necessarily be a blessing. I was just telling the female about that yesterday. I was like, the Lord can be putting or directing a man's steps, putting him in situations to ultimately destroy him. It's a show that was called How the Lottery Changed My Life. And it was a guy that was on drugs already, but when he hit the lottery, what you think he did? So he ended up pretty much overdosing on drugs. Because he pretty much hit the lottery, he got around people, he flaunting, he stunting, and then he had already fucked up spending habits, and he pretty much went dead broke, but then by that time his habit is even worse, and he ended up dying on an overdose. So, again, that's, the Lord is the terrifying power, because you got to understand, this is the place of judgment that's mentioned in the scriptures in the book of Ecclesiastes. So the Lord, when you come back, you either come, we all serving our punishment, for what we've done in the flesh, under the sun, meaning here. And some is set up to where they gonna be just destroyed, while some is gonna be able to be pretty much, you know, what's the word? Scorched and basically scorched and damn, what's the word? Scourged and rehabilitated, because the ultimate goal is for us to come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, those are our Israelites. You know, and even 2/3, you know, is set up to not never get it. That's part of their punishment, because the punishment ultimately is going to be basically receiving those ICBM missiles. Verse 18, so you see the Most High chooses to show mercy to some, and he chooses to harden the hearts of others, so they refuse to listen. That's the spirit, because I didn't know that was right there. You know. So ultimately, going into the 2/3. Verse 19, well then, you might say, why does the Most High blame people for not responding? Haven't they simply done what he makes them do? So I'm going to reread that in KJV. It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? You know, you can't do anything but what the Lord got you pretty much set up to do. So, you know, Tyga pretty much trying to question the Lord. You know, the Lord ultimately, the Lord can have him get judged just based on questioning the Lord. Matter of fact, bear with me for a second. Okay, so lock you. It says, verse 19, well then, who might say, why does the Most High blame people for not responding? Haven't they simply done what he makes them do? Verse 20, no, don't say that. Who are you? A mere human being to argue with the Most High. That's what I wanted. Should the thing that was created say to the one who created it, why have you made me like this? Verse 21, when a potter makes jars out of clay, doesn't he have a right to use the same lump of clay to make one jar for decoration and another to throw garbage into? You know, and it's a few brothers in the camp that are actually like skilled and talented and blessed in their hands. You know, you got all kind of artistic brothers in the camp, or in the camp in Cleveland. And you know, that brother said that, you know, out of his own perspective, well, it's not, is, you know, basically he can have he could probably look at it from the perspective of the Most High, because he can create something. And he was like, yeah, it's certain pieces that he likes better than others. You know, and I was telling, because, you know, I was talking to the female again. She's so brainwashed with America, and I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not saving shit or none of that. It's just, you know, it's something to do for real. You know, like, I'm doing my videos. I do my work. I'm going to try to go out tonight if I can, because I don't know if I'll be able to go out tomorrow. But long story short, with that being said, you know, because America has pretty much flipped everything upside down. You know, she's up there talking about, you know, equality. And I'm like, how is we equal? You know what I mean? Like, at the end, they like a woman. Because then she went, show you how simple everybody is. She up there, oh, yeah, you know, I wish you could give birth. And I'm like, no, the Lord basically created me to humble y'all so y'all can give birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's beautiful when a woman is in her right mind. Because she was like, I had 2 children. I was like, yeah, and that was a beautiful thing. That you could have been like one of these demons out here that's aborting the children or want to suck a pussy or something like that. Like, you literally doing what a woman was created for. But like I said, to show you how everything's backwards, like all men ain't created equal. So how the fuck a woman gonna be created equal? On top of the fact, look at how equal everything is. You got women that or transgender women right before DJ Trump came into office. Remember, you had under Biden transgender women fighting against, you know, in the Olympics. This motherfucker breaking motherfucking eye vessels. You know what I'm saying? Was you equal then? These people are under heavy enchantments, man. And you, every time you see how bugged out or how just lost or how, you know, the elders say that they stupid, but no, they just under the heavy enchantments that got them stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's many, you know, psyops and sorceries, you know, going on. Big ass spell. So I mean, the point of that is, it's the Lord that He could choose to do what He want to do with His creation. So again, He could kill you. He could make you. You know what I mean? Like He could do whatever He want, and it's for His purpose. But ultimately, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing the right thing, the Lord ain't. I listen to the elder say that the Lord ain't gonna judge you. He done took you through all these different things, and the pain of it sometimes be worse. And I'd have been through some physical shit. You know what I'm saying? But it be the spiritual shit that be hurting them out for real. You know. Like Cat Williams say, he said, women be hung up on like they imperfections, while guys, they'll get over it quick. You might be younger, some bucket heads talk about your nose. You got a big nose. Eventually, you look at your nose, say, damn, my nose is kind of big. Then you get over your shit, and then you know what I mean, like. You do, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the truth of the matter. It be women that's hung up over, like the elder said, so superficial. What, is she prettier than me? No, maybe I just want to, I still want to fuck something else. Maybe I should be able to fuck something else. Y'all, you know what I mean? Like the elder said, like toys, the fuck? And that's in the Bible what the elder said. He said, if you wanted more women, I'd have gave you more women. So what, I couldn't get caught up in some simple ass doctrine like that. All because you want to keep that 501c3 going. And you know that them women ain't gonna stay in the church for real. If you push that the man can have more than one woman, then women won't be in that congregation. That's what it is for real. Salakia, for the rant. Since I've been trying to understand the process why the Most High takes the most meaningful and most beautiful people away from us, but I know I'll never get an answer that will fill the emptiness in my heart. That's right, because who the fuck are you? You a persona non grata, like the elder said. A no person. To the Lord. You know what I mean? This man ain't doing nothing for the Lord. You don't know if she was a sacrifice, and I keep going to that. She's relatively young. Shit, she only fucking 7 years older than me. And look at her. She wasn't obese or nothing, so she probably was in very good health. The chick I'm talking to right now, she eat a lot of fruit. You know what I mean? She eat beef like once out the week. And she don't really eat too many different like meats. So I'm like, damn, so you ain't supposed to eat beef a lot, but eating one time a week, yeah, that's good. So I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I mean, I ain't saying that's the play that's the case, but what I'm saying is something more to this. Can't imagine life without you. It says, but I know I'll never get an answer, and that will fill the emptiness in my heart. Can't imagine life without you by my side. You were the best and most supportive person in my life. You always made things better when I felt at my lowest and worst. And I would trade anything just to be able to be with you again. I love you so much, and I can't wait for the day until we're together again. I'll see you soon, and save me a spot right next to you in paradise. I love you forever, Mom, and I'll do my best to celebrate you with every moment that I have left. This was another part that caught my attention. He said, you took one of the best angels back, the Most High, or God. I hope you know that. And I guarantee you don't even know the name of the Most High. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4 says, what is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can't tell? He said, I mean, look how he worded it. I know you know. I hope you know that. You know what I mean? Like, just the pride that exudes from these people. Do you not know that the Lord fuck around and kill more people that you know? Fuck around and kill you. But I don't know if you, I doubt it though. Like I said, the scriptures talk about it's basically impossible, or I might be wording it wrong, but it talks about how difficult it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven because they don't want to give up nothing. It just came out that they talk about Jaguar Wright was invited to Mar-a-Lago, and I forgot who made mention of it. I think it was the elder from South Carolina, but he was talking about how pretty much, she pretty much is being used by the elites. What's that shit called? When it's kind of like controlled opposition. Ain't never been talking about the Israelites until now. So, you know what I mean? You got to understand, a lot of them entertainers are actually like spies and whatnot. Like they was talking about that guy from the Fugees. What's his name? Praz? Like, you know what he got caught up in, so like you never know what these fucking people went into. But again, the pride of these 2/3 ass people and the pride of Jake. And that's why the Lord gonna fucking destroy them. It's like I said, who are you? The Lord don't give a fuck about you. You know. And at the end of the day, just as easily as he killed somebody you love, he can kill your ass. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is the one that kills and makes alive. He's the one that wounds and he heals. And neither is there any, once the Lord got you, there's no getting up out of it. You know, scriptures talk about it's a terrible thing falling in the hands of the living power. When the Lord sent out them hits, I remember the elder saying that years ago. He was talking about how Solomon was sitting back sending out hits. And he was though. When you take time to get him. But that was the spirit working through him too. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit that he just popped up on him. So, ultimately, and again, like I said, more than likely, I can't say what she was. She could have very well been a believer, but I guarantee you she wasn't a believer in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. She looked like she could have been going to like a Christian church or something. But how can you tell that? You know what I mean? She could have been into black magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, he fucking demons, man. But he definitely ain't serving the Lord. And so, like I said again, that could be the Lord have mercy to a degree and do something, to let you see. I was watching the guy with 607 Unk, and you know what I mean? Like, he do a lot of shit for antics, but he say certain shit as well, you know what I mean? Now, he bugged out for real too, because, he talk about he's saying some off-the-wall shit, but at the same time, some of it's for entertainment, but then, but he was talking about how a particular dude pretty much got cancer, had died, and then basically came back alive. So I don't know the situation, but pretty much he was saying, like how Paul did, went to spirit realm and then came back. So he was like, pretty much he was doing like, he said how the guy pretty much saw the Lord. He was like, the Lord showed him like, yeah, I gave you cancer. Then basically put him back in his body, and he said he still ain't learned. The Lord could do some shit to you to wake you up, to get you to walk straight. But if the Lord has that even with this, the scriptures talk about the gates of mercy basically being open now, but eventually they'll close. Lord ain't gonna give you chance after chance after chance after chance. I was speaking on that because this is the second video. We come into times where, I'm looking at it like if you doing some off shit, I gotta say something. Because the Lord might jack me the fuck up. Man, what are you talking about? If you're doing something off, I'm going to say something and I don't want to be around you. You know what the fuck? Because, what you might have, the Lord might have slapped your wrist over or bumped your head with might kill you. This now, if you can't see what's all going on, the Lord, the judgment of the Lord are intensifying. And every brother saying that. So if you still like got the worldly mindset, yeah, it's coming out with this Bishop Nate and with the Sakari. They're talking about some 3,000 years. And I know you eating good. That's why they can keep and take and bear their right to bear arms. So which one is it? Is you trusting in the spirit of the Lord? At the end of the day, this is a lot of people's side hustle. And some people's actual profession. That's why they worried about the money. And then it's so beautiful. I remember when I first read about Trump talking about stopping the earned income credits and the tax and shit like that. So all these pride is about to be brought fucking low. Scriptures talk about the Lord bringing the proud and the lofty to low. And what's that? Isaiah chapter 2? Because ultimately these people ain't serving the Lord, so may the Lord keep killing them. This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, power, I should have started up, but I got to do something as well. The point is, verse 13, that whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. And he killed that man's mother. But this man has great influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, he could very well kill him, but he could use him as well. She proud of her son because he's on TV and whatnot. You can see that. And what mother wouldn't be? But at the same time, This is so much of a bizarre, backwards world. People not proud. You would think our people would be proud of us for doing that, because we all probably was a totally different creation in the world. I can say I am. I'm not doing none of the things. Well, I can't say none of them, but because everything that you was doing prior to coming to the truth wasn't wicked. But what I'm gonna say is like the wickedness and the nigga shit. I'm not doing none of that. And I can see I'm not the same person just because the conversation I have with my older sister. This is my older sister. I can hear her listening to what I'm saying. And she always compared me to my father, which I do favor my father a lot. But I'm not my father, you know what I mean? I've had opportunities like my father. I've experienced certain things that I'm sure was spiritual that my father experienced. We both, we got certain qualities, It was funny because the elder was just talking about spitting image. You're a spitting image of somebody. Yeah, I'm a spitting image of my father. So when my people talk about me, they see me. Or they see my father. They speak, so Salakia. But no, I'm me. Because I don't, like I say, yeah. Nah. There's certain things I would utilize that my father taught, and certain things I wouldn't do. Yeah. Like for instance, maybe I don't be having women around my children because look at these women. And on top of it, my father never remarried after my mother. He had women, but he could have actually had a woman around us. We probably wouldn't be as fucked up as we is. But that was for a reason as well. The Lord gave me 3 daughters because I didn't have a good relationship with my mother. I didn't have a mother in my life. So therefore, and my big sisters wasn't mothers. They was doing their thing. So, that feminine energy, that love from a female, I don't really need it from a woman. I get it from my daughters. Because I know that's genuine. So lock in for the rant. So ultimately, like I said, fuck these 2/3 ass niggas, I'm on the end of the lesson because ultimately, they gonna refuse to hearken on to this because they love the world so much. But the scary point is, like I said, again, right now the Lord is revealing a lot of things. And the Lord about to start touching a lot of things that he gonna touch things that men that serve him love. You don't think he about to touch these 2/3? These 2/3 about to start losing. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9. In verse 9 it reads, Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Again, this man literally, you could tell he like, and another thing about the God or the Jesus, the God that these churches push, they don't, fear is healthy for you. I was listening to certain brothers talk about their father and how their father was. Like, my father was mean, but he wasn't, though. It's like weird. You get what I'm saying? If I was to bring out a family member, like my father was great with children. He could take the baby, I'm talking the newborn baby to 1-year-old, 2-year-old. He'll take him, play with him for a minute, put him to sleep. You know how to put him to sleep? You know what I mean? Like, my father was like, he knew how to cook, knew how to take care of the house. Like, but he was mean to us. We knew not to play with my father. But when he had daughters, and he didn't treat them like that. Like, he was like the daddy that, you know what I mean? Like, so it was just how he was with his sons. But I understand to a degree now, like, I would be with my son. I always used to say, if the Lord gave me a son, pretty much he'd be walking on the walls and shit like that. So, at the end of the day, it's a reason why the Lord didn't give me no son. I might not know exactly. I think I got an idea of it, but I'll find that out in the kingdom. There's a point I was about to make with even bringing that up. But, yeah, these individuals is not going to hearken on to the Lord. Again, it's more so like he want to blaspheme the Lord and say some shit like Boosie Badass did. Says, then shall They be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And I go especially to 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because, all these little benefits, now they want to sit up there and, oh shit, now they, with DJ Trump cutting these, all these benefits and programs and shit like that. And the thing with such a big machine like the American government is these things, some people are getting affected immediately, but some of these effects are going to happen later down the line. You're going to just one day look up and the shit going to be changed. Major change, a major shakeup. You know what I'm saying? Call lawyer Mlayal about Shemal Shot. Because we know when these things are taking place that, the end is nigh. Verse 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they have while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. That dude, again, like I say, it just kind of bust my head open with the Jaguar right thing, but and then again, it didn't. Because like I said, a brother called it out for what it was. And now she's being exposed. Because like I said, again, a lot of things are being exposed. That's just like when Farrakhan sent Obama that book. Farrakhan knew that we were the Jews because he sent Obama a book. What book did he send him? But it talked about pretty much like Farrakhan know we the Jews. But yet still, because he pretty much was, that's his profession. Come on, he worshipped it in Islam. Pretty much, he ain't go like I forgot who I was listening to. It was the one elder though. He was talking about like every once in a while when he get mad, he'll start going into the Bible and start saying certain things about we the Jews. But then when they do what he want or whatever, then he'll go back to putting the people under the spell. And the Lord gonna really judge him for that. That's why they talking about how sick he is, but he ain't dying. Look at the Pope. The Pope did what he did around Christmas, and now he's supposed to have pneumonia in both lungs. The Lord used you to do that, goofball. You big goofy ass nigga. The Lord, and like I said, that's a demon. Send him back straight to the spiritual, I was gonna say the spiritual hell, but no, he gonna receive his hell when he come back. But 2/3 of our nation despise this truth. And that's why the Lord is going to, judge them the way he's going to judge them. Verse 12, the same must know it after death by pain. So again, you'll have individuals like Tyga and these celebrities, they're not going to refuse to hearken to come back, and good. I was listening to the elder talk about, you got vocab and, these side niggas and, it's funny because the elder was just talking about he ain't seen them, and then now all of a sudden it's like they heard that video and teamed up. We're gonna combine superpowers. We're gonna combine Voltron, huh? Like, fuck out of here, man. That shit, both of them, they died slowly. You got to question, like say, like that. Just you get the ones that the Lord don't want anyway. Go ahead, have them. But my point of the lesson was, the pride of man, especially 2/3 of the nation, and then like say, beware. I mean, not beware, but what's the word? Prepare to see more death. Prepare to see more people that people care about die. Jake. And the thing is, with Brothers in the Truth, we going through similar shit. It's just we deal with it because we know the truth. Like I was telling girl, I was like, I don't necessarily even want like a whole bunch of women. Like, I'm just telling you what's written in the Bible, and I had to hit her ass with that. Like, so it ain't really you mad at me. You read because it ain't like this is my own words. This is in the scriptures. You ain't gotta fucking accept it. Somebody, I bet you accept it when the shit go down. Feeling stupid and shit. It's funny because I was talking to like 3 different women, and before Trump got into office, and then they was all mad or wanted him to not win, and I said certain shit was gonna happen when he got into office, and now that shit happened, and now they probably looking stupid as fuck. Still searching and seeking for a man. The brothers sit up there and posted that. Oh, now that the money drying up, now the love coming back. No. Like the elder said, we're gonna pick and choose. And if you ain't beneficial, no, fuck out of here. I take a silent and quiet wife before a loud mouth thinking she a bad bitch. No, you can have that. Babylon can have that. Like the brother said, queen of the 2/3. Queen is a bitch, you know, a whore. But Salaki, I'm ranting. So with that, I'm gonna end the lesson. If you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of your power. The true name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua, you will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to call Allah Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Racha HaKodash, double honors to the elders, to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and freedom to do so now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquat out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time, Lord willingly, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharallah, Wafla Babal.